Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is a VK3001P. It's a tier 6 German heavy tank. Now I have to say heavy because it used to be a medium. It's located on the southwest spawn of province, and this one is under the command of Tank Mode On of the RF clan. I've no idea what that means in his name. Game on. Well, this is the tank that Porsche designed before he got around to designing the Tiger Porsche. It was supposed to be a prototype. It started work in 1939, and by the 5th of March 1941 they had the blueprints ready, and they started building a metal prototype, and they built the hull by July of 1941, so it took them just 4 months to get the prototype hull. But they didn't build the turret. In fact, what they did is they built a wooden prototype and a wooden turret, and after they did that they discontinued work on it because newer tanks that come along, specifically the Tigers and KV3, well, he managed to get past there without being hit. Yes, the the Tigers came along and the Tiger designs, and they decided to go with that instead. The name VK3001P means it was supposed to be a 30-ton tank, but it actually ended up being quite a bit heavier than that. In fact, 50 tons by the time it was actually fully designed. Okay, it's got a KV2 over there. Dialing in. Good shot. Now, it's an 88mm main gun, or actor, I should say. Capable of 220 alpha, 145mm pen with the standard rounds, and that's not a lot of pen. But with the premium rounds, you've got 194mm of pen, and that's a little bit better. So, yeah, a lot of players tend to use the premium rounds on this tank, which can make it expensive. Much better to use the standard rounds if you can. Now, one of the problems... Oh, found a KV-1 there. One of the problems with this tank is that it does have rather flat armor. You can see that all the way around it as you look at it. It's basically a shot trap. There's no angled armor really at all, except maybe that upper plate slightly angled. So yeah, basically rounds tend to go through if they hit. What else can I tell you? It's got a prominent cupola. It kind of sticks out. And so that's a bit of a problem as well. But remember, the turret, the metal turret, never actually got built. And in fact, the hull that they did build was with mild steel, so they never actually got around to building one with proper rolled homogeneous armor. VK3001H, that's a Henschel design. That was one of their prototypes on the way to the Tiger. Good shot. Low roll though, 181. Has to keep rolling forward just to acquire, but he does pull back to use the bush mechanic. Go for the turret. Yes, nice hit. And again, it's a low roll for 189. Guy's pulling back into cover. He might have to pull back suddenly if the enemy Arty starts playing around, because although it's an SU-122A, he could have the 152mm main gun, and if he does, he might be able to do significant damage if he puts around him. He's safe while he's behind the rock, but he's not so safe over here. And that Churchill just fired at him, and the round that went back was almost bang on target, but the Churchill pulled back into cover just in time. Now, it's actually a fairly fast tank, actually, 45 kilometers an hour maximum speed, so it's fairly nippy. The armor's not so great, though. Oh, yes, I did mention that already. That's a low roll, 200. When you start off with this tank and you're actually working it from scratch, you start off with a 7.5 centimeter main gun, and there's two of them. So you've got very, very low alpha, either 110 or 135. But then you do get the chance to use the 10.5 centimeter dirt gun, which has got 350 alpha but limited pen. And then you get to the 88, and then you can start punching holes in the enemy with decent rounds. Standard reload is 6.52 seconds, and you can see he's got 6.62 actually. No, it's 6.62, so he's got the standard reload. Hasn't improved it yet. Oh, that's the KV-1. He's using HE at us. At least he's not using... I think he's got the 85mm gun, using HE. Well, maybe slightly less, but at least he's not firing armor piercing at us. Now, T1 Heavy over here did expire, but if we go to the left of him, we can use his armor, poke out and see if we can get a shot. There's the enemy Tiger 1. He's expired. Got a BZ58. Oh, he's trying to kill the KV3 that we saw at the start. And we just saw an IKV-65-2 move up. Now, if we go around the other side of the rock, we can probably get a shot on that IKV because he's actually gone into that little pocket. Might be able to. BZ still hammering it out with that KV2 just below us. And it looks like he's getting the better of the guy. We're 6 down on the enemy at the moment. Can you believe that? 6 down. AT2. Yes! Nice round through the side and a high roll for 229. BZ still fighting it out. Oh, he got him! He got the KV3. So that keeps us safe for a little while. Okay, we're switching back to AP. There's a number of enemy tanks fighting on the other side of the battlefield. Probably just outside range, but oh, there's the IKV. Fires one in and gets a high roll for 270. I think my mods are showing incorrectly because they were showing that he wasn't fully loaded when he actually was, but it may be the intuition. The VK's just gone down the side of the cliff to get at our BC, I think. Or is he going to the other side of the map? No, can't see any more. Oh, but we can see something across the valley in AEC. Made a bit of a boo-boo there. That's a good shot. Low roll for 216, but he can finish the guy off. Looks like he's got a wonky wheel. Didn't they used to sell a sweet or something, a snack called Wonky Wheels? No, Wagon Wheels, that was it. I was trying to remember. Yes, there was a chocolate-covered biscuit called Wagon Wheels. It was supposed to represent a cowboy or wagon train wheel, and they were huge, and so that's why kids loved them. Narrowly missed out on getting a shot on that IKB at the moment. That's why I remembered it. I was thinking Wonky Wheels, that's a sweet. Well, he gets a high roll, 223. And I'm surprised the SU-122 hasn't tried to have a go at him yet. Because they must realise he's sitting on this corner. Can't see the Churchill. He's not trying to poke either. He knows he's in trouble. There's the KV-1. Nice. Average roll, 220. Did get spotted, so he's pulling back. Yeah, watch out, that SU-122 might try to take a swipe at us. Oh, I like this. He's actually going to the other side to try and fool them. Whilst you're behind this building, you're relatively safe, but it's only when you poke out here this side that you are in trouble. And we just saw a VK3002M. Was that? No, it's a D. That's the Daimler version with the 88mm gun on the other side of the valley. Now, they are quite dangerous. Quite a good fire rate. And we've got a Challenger turned up on this side now. He's just testing the bushes at the moment. Anything else to shoot at? He's just testing the bush. The KV-2 was last seen in that direction. Although he's probably moved on by now. Oh, oh, there's the VK. Backed up, back. Oh, just narrowly missed it. We could have put it around in his rear. You can still get him though. Oh, right up his rear. 168, that's all he had left, but yes, that one went up his exhaust pipe and sent him back to the garage. Good. Well, you can see why tank mode on actually does have 2 marks of excellence on his VK. He does like it, and he plays it rather well. I think a lot of people find this tank a bit of a grind, and I must admit, when it was a medium tank, it was a difficult tank to play. Okay, he's telling the VZ to pull back. And that Challenger's moving up, so we might get a chance to shoot around into him. Nice, got the roof of the guy. Challenger's based on the Cromwell. Very weak armor on the turret. 88mm rounds just going to do severe damage. Oh, we now know that the SU-122 is firing in this general direction because he just fired at the BZ and we saw he got stunned. Yeah. Oh no, look at this, we got a box tank. We just saw the box tank and with the KV-1. Now the box tank can't face us at the moment, so if he did, he exposed himself to the BZ. So he had to move forward. And we've got another round into the KV-1, 238's a high roll. And he's looking, oh, he fires another HE round at us, and ouch! That was the SU-122, it's 200 hit points. And I do believe that actually hit the front of the vehicle. Yeah, some of that's actually down to the KV-1, but the rest of it was the Arty. Churchill 1 fired at us, but he was an armor-piercing round. So he's got the 75mm gun. Okay, Challenger is still threatening our BZ, who's hanging back because he's on a thread rate, basically, at the moment. He's got very low hit points, and this is a very bold move by Tank Mode On. He's actually going to go down the steps, come up behind the Challenger and shoot him in the ass. Nice! Okay, and I think he's not even going to bother to stop him. He's just going to take the kill. There you go. Oh, took a round from the Churchill, but he's a one-shot now. And that's him gone, and that's 5 kills. The BZ managed to get 6 kills. If they platoon, this could be a crucial contribution because there's only 2 enemies left. The SU-122 and the KV-2. The KV-2's over the other side of the battlefield. They have platoon. They've got 11 kills between them. If Tank Mode On can kill that SU-122A, he then gets a Top Gun, a crucial contribution, and a Brothers in Arms in one fell swoop. There he is! Well, he punches the round in, but it doesn't kill the guy, so I think he's just going to go over and give him a bit of a nudge. There you go. He's back to the garage. There's your Top Gun. Brothers in Arms. And that's it! They killed the KV-2! This is a victory and a quite battered front. Here's the end of battle stats. That was an ace tanker game for Tank Mode On in the VK3001P. Congratulations. You got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in this game. He managed to get 9. Julius for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him. And a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle. He also picked up a Brothers in Arms for being in platoon with somebody else who had at least 3 kills, and both of them survived the battle. He got a crucial contribution as well for getting at least 12 kills in platoon, and a scout medal. That's rare for a heavy tank to get a scout, but he did. He managed to skip across the battlefield really quickly and spot all those tanks early on, and he managed to spot at least 9 enemy vehicles in the game. In fact, he actually did spot 9, I think it was. Yes, exactly 9. As well as a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and a Top Gun finally for getting at least 6 kills. What a battle. Let's have a look at team score. Well, the highest damage was 4,927 hit points to Tank Mode On. Second highest damage by just 1 hit point. 1 hit point was the BZ-58's platoon mate. And in third place with 3,250, he must have been really, really annoyed at the end that he got third place, was the VK3002D on the other side of the battlefield, the guy who got the shell right up his rear. Yes, unfortunate for him. When it came to kills between them, BZ and Tank Mode, between them, both got 6 kills apiece. 4 kills went to the VK3002D on the other side of the battlefield. 2 kills went to the KV-2 and the M10 RBFM, who was the last player on the other side of the battlefield left alive. He's the guy who killed the KV-2. And when it came to base XP, look at this. Tank Mode managed 1,910 base. That's huge. And 1,377 went to the BZ-58. And that M10 managed 702, bless him. Fighting an M10 against the KV-2, that takes some doing. He must have lost a lot of hit points. But yeah, well done to that M10 for hanging on, because then it would have been down to Tank Mode On and the BZ to cross the battlefield and find that KV-2, put him out of his misery. That was the same KV-2 that Tank Mode On hit right at the start of the game. Okay, let's have a look at detail. 31 shots fired, 25 direct hits, 24 penetrations. He was using the right rounds at the right time because a lot of the shots he actually fired were standard ammo because he knew that he could get through the armor. 4,927 hit points of damage, of which 768 were at more than 300 meters. Most of those were the shots he fired directly across the battlefield. He received 6 hits from the enemy, only 2 of which actually penetrated, 4 non-penetrations by way of splash. I mean, that's the shots from the SU-122A, the KV-1, and of course, well, actually, the Churchill 1 was firing standard AP at him. But those rounds, only 2 of those actually did pen. Those were the Churchill 1 shots. 9 enemy vehicles were spotted, 11 enemy vehicles were damaged, 6 were killed, and 581 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium count, he actually earned a profit of 58,899 credits from that game, and he also took away 5,730 experience points. But what a game it was. And it's not often you see a VK3001P not only get a scout medal, which is unheard of, but to pick up a Brothers in Arms and Crucial contribution. That was absolutely brilliant. And he worked as a really good pair with his BZ58 teammate to take down the enemy on this side of the battlefield. And they fought really hard, and they didn't make any mistakes. They didn't do the wrong thing and try and fight their way out. They actually was very skillful in sniping at them, sniping the enemy down to a reasonable amount. And then that quick move, that inspired move by tank mode to go down the steps and shoot the Challenger in the rear. Yeah, that really was very, very good indeed, because it saved the BC-58. He was very low on hit points at that point, but by going down the ramp, he saved him the bother, and then the pair of them can make sure that that SU-122A was out of the game. I hope you enjoyed that replay. It was a very good one. If, in fact, this is the first replay that this player has actually sent to What Arty Noobs. He didn't know we existed. He does now, and I think he does appreciate that we don't have to use harsh language on our replays. We want our replays to be children friendly as well as adults. But there's no need for harsh language at all. You can use the English language and talk normally without having to swear at all. And it's all the much more fun when you enjoy what you're doing. And this was certainly a very enjoyable battle. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.